What's up, you guys? It's your girl Dejaaaaaad, and today we have my updated makeup tutorial, my makeup everyday makeup routine. If you're interested to see how I achieve this look, then stay tuned and make sure you follow me on all of my social medias at Dejaaaaaad as well as Deja's Daily Dose. All right, let's get right into the video. Okay, so this is how we're gonna get it started. I have not done a makeup video in a very long time. It's 11:30. I know I'm not a morning person. So I made sure I got up early today because I was like, I need to film some content for my girls. I need to take some pictures, and I really wanted to do this makeup video. If y'all watched my last vlog, I told y'all I had to wash my makeup brushes so everything is nice and clean so we can get into this tutorial, this video. First, I'm going to start off. I like to prep my face and prep my skin with my Nivea cream. I started using this, and honestly, I just have not gone back. Like, I love my Nivea cream. I use this on my face majority of the time. In the wintertime, I'll use it on my body. And I also used to have eczema underneath my breast area really bad, and it cleared that up all the way. Like, if you've been following me for a minute, you know, you've seen it. And I will get up and show y'all right now, but this is a makeup tutorial. You just gonna have to believe me. You're gonna have to believe me and maybe stick around and watch some of the vlogs. I'll probably show y'all eventually, but it cleared that acne. I mean, it cleared that eczema right on up all over my face. I also take it down to my neck, and I try as much as possible to put it going full upwards, but child, we're human. We can't do it all. So this is what I typically like to use on my face to moisturize, and then I just go in with my petroleum jelly. These two are like my necessities. Like, in order for me to have a good night rest, this is what I do every night. Like, every night before I go to bed, I lather my face up with my Nivea cream and I put my petroleum jelly on. Knock out like a princess. I also made myself a drink. I was so tired of going to Starbucks to get this drink, so I have my matcha, my oat milk, as well as some chai latte in here. Y'all, it is doing what it needs to do. It is too good. It is too good. I'm not going to Starbucks to get this anymore unless I don't have the ingredients, but this, make it at home. So some of the stuff in my makeup routine is still fairly similar. I still do a lot of stuff the same. Some of the products have switched, and some of the techniques, I guess you could say, have switched, but for the most part, I've been doing my makeup the same. I've been doing it the same. So we're gonna first start off with our eyebrows. I'm just taking this eyebrow pencil. This is literally just the eyebrow pencil from the beauty supply store. The spoolie is off of it at the bottom, as you can see, but this is just the dark brown eyebrow pencil. I couldn't even tell you. I just get them from, like, you know, when you go to the beauty supply store and they got like the jar of the little eyebrow pencils right there at the counter. I just grabbed me one of those. So this is actually, I used this e.l.f. eyebrow pencil once before. It's nothing in here anymore. I'm just using this for the spoolie. I personally was not a fan of it. I felt like it did not have enough product in it for the price of it. I just stick to the eyebrow pencils at the beauty supply store. They'd be like $1, $2. I could use them for a lip pencil. I could use them for an eyebrow pencil. And they just last me. Like, I probably have like a gajillion of these in my kit, a gajillion of these in my purse, a gajillion of these everywhere. They're my old faithfuls. They're my old reliables, my trusties, you know, my homegirl. She never stirred me wrong, never tried to start beef with me. So I'm just going to stick to her. Every time I try to like venture out and try new stuff, it just don't be worth it. So the eyebrow pencil is just something that I feel like certain parts and certain things in my makeup routine, I just don't feel like need to go any higher than the beauty supply store. Like, babes, I'm going to wipe this off at the end of the night anyways. These aren't fresh brows, but they're not really that bad. So I'm going to take my eyebrow pencil, and I like to line the outline of it first, just so I kind of got an idea of the shape. And then I'm gonna do the top, as you see, just kind of darkening it up. I like to do like just follow the natural arch of my eyebrows, and then I'm just filling them in. I take the ending, kind of point this out a little more. They're not going to be as thin as I would like them, because I do need to go get a brow clean. You also want to leave this part right here opened up I've been doing this technique for a long time now. I learned it from my mama. See this brow? It's just like now look invincible. Child, I swore I had eyebrows, and now when you look at it, it's like, dang, you didn't really have no eyebrows. This isn't always the side that gets me because this is not my dominant side. So this little side right here, this be the part that just be having me like, child. Anyways. And my face does be really moisture. Like, it does be looking really greasy and stuff because I do put a lot of moisturizer on it. But this, when I put my moisturizer on my face, it helps it because when I go to take my makeup off, it could be really rough on your skin. And then I also use a mattifying setting spray. So I want it to look as natural as possible while still being as matte as possible, if that makes sense. And now I'm taking the spoolie to the front just so you could get that more ombre effect. And as I do my makeup towards the end, I go back and deepen, you know, touch up the eyebrows, because sometimes you'll get foundation on it, sometimes you'll get concealer on it. But I like to just get the general part, the general stuff done with the brows, so it's already out the way. Now we're going to go ahead and carve them out using some concealer. I'm going to use the I'm going to use this one. This is my Ruby Kiss one in the shade Toffee. This one in the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Those are really good drugstore concealers. So I'm going to use this shade though, Toffee, because this is more of a like neutral, creamy, warm tone shade. I like to put everything on the back of my hand. I feel like a painter this way. So we're going to go ahead and carve this out. I'm going to use a flat concealer brush, this one. So I'm just going to use this flat concealer brush, and we're going to go ahead and carve out these brows. So once I carve those out, I like to take this flat brush. This brush is an e.l.f. putty primer brush. This is the brush that they use and they give you for their primer, their putty primer. I did used to use the putty primer. It's actually right here. I actually still kind of have some, but lately I've been using the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer. It's in here, it's in here, it's in here. I don't know, we're gonna get to that. But I'm going to take this brush and kind of like blend down that concealer. I like this brush to do, it's very dense. I love this shape of brush and it just really blends everything out nicely. I like to use this for my complexion products, foundation, concealer. Y'all know I like to use pretty much the same tool for my whole base because I want everything to blend seamlessly. So that's exactly what we're about to do. I have a bunch of brushes, but I really don't use too many on my face on a day-to-day basis. But now that I have this concealer on, I only put the concealer at the bottom of the eyebrows because I carve out the top with foundation. But before I do that, I'm going to put some primer on. Now, I don't use primer every single time I do my makeup, especially if I'm doing content. If I'm just in here shooting some content, doing some makeup for some content, I'm not doing all of that because I'm pretty much just putting the makeup on for the content, but for the sake of the video. And if I was going out and really wearing my makeup out, I would definitely put on some primer. I like this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It's supposed to be like a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and it's super tacky. I love this little applicator. I start off with 2 because I'm more of a less is more kind of person. I kind of like to focus it just on the spots and the areas that really need it. Like you see, I just was able to do that one pump and I pretty much covered this whole side of my face. And then I'm going to take it here. I really focus it under my eyes and then right here by my nose, like my T-zone kind of area. So now that I have that one, I'm going to go ahead and take my foundation. Lately, I have been back using my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Love the Juvia's Place foundation, but I just been using this one. So I'm right now, these are the two shades that I alternate between. 356 is the warm coconut cocoa. I don't know how to say that last word, but 356, that is like a lighter shade. That's more of my winter shade. But I use 360 right now in the summer mocha. It's darker, and this is my summer shade right now. So I take my little brush, kind of just put a little bit of that from the top, and then we're going to carve out the brows. I like to start off first like up higher, and then taking it down and slowly shaping out the brows. I think I've seen this technique either on TikTok or YouTube, child, I couldn't tell you. I've been doing it for a minute now, but I definitely love this technique of the foundation at the top, concealer at the bottom. It helps the brows look a lot more natural. It helps them look and blend more into your face, because when you do the concealer at the top and the concealer at the bottom, it could give 3D, it could give cartoon brows, it could give just not necessarily what we want. So this is the time when I'm just going to carve these brows out, really get them looking nice and neat. And I just take that access and just kind of brush it like that. Blend out all the edges, because this will dry down. The makeup will kind of like set itself in place, and you don't want like really harsh lines, or you don't want it to kind of like do that. So now that we have that done, we're going to apply the foundation all over the face. I'm going to put a little bit of it in the back. I try not to use too much foundation, so we're going to use this amount. Y'all see I still got some concealer, but we're just going to take this and put this all over the face. As you see, this is the match. This is the skin tone. I really like the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and this one is the Dewy Smooth. This is the Dewy Smooth formula, but they also have a matte formula. I really should probably get the matte formula for this color. I'm trying to switch my dewy products over to matte just because of the mask. Matte doesn't transfer as easily, but I do love a dewy, fresh, natural look. I like for my makeup to look like I have on makeup. I like my makeup to be beat. I like my makeup to look very like, ooh, she's beat, but she doesn't look like a different kind of person. I'm not even gonna say a different kind of person. I'm about to just stop saying that, period. Like, you don't look like a different person. You just look like you have makeup, point blank, period. I like my makeup to look natural but beat. Like, it looks like me. It just really enhances all of my features. And I am a full coverage, not full coverage, but like a full makeup kind of girl. And then also, I think my skin is fairly clear. I do have a pimple right here and right here and right here, but I think that's because my cycle's about to come on. But other than that, I try to take good care of my skin. So yeah, now I'm going back in with my concealer brush. I still have a little bit of that foundation, but I like to save that, because sometimes after I put the concealer on, it could get a little like lighter and things like that, and I just like to go through with the edges with the foundation one more time just to blend everything out. So we're going to go back in, and we're using the same concealer, and I'm about to just put this on all of my little highlight points. So I don't know if you all can see, but this is where the concealer is. I have a little bit of it on my forehead. It's kind of been sitting here for a few little minutes. I'll say like 2 minutes. I'm going to take the brush, and I start off with this part first. I'm going to take this part right on top of my lip and blend that out. And then I like to take this and take the extra that's on the brush down to my chin, like where I would carve out my contour, and just kind of put the extra concealer down here, because this part is going to get like I'm going to put the setting powder there to like carve it out. So I do want this part, but I don't want it to be like super light, like it's a subtle type of thing. So next I'm going to go over my forehead. I kind of focus it just right here. I don't want to drag it all out. And as you see, it's pretty much blending. It's like a little slight highlight, but it's not doing too much. It's just doing what it doing what it needs to do. So now I'm going to take it on my nose. I don't like it to be like super harsh. I kind of like just blend everything out. I'm also using that same brush that I use my foundation with. Now I'm going to take the bottom part, and with my concealer I really brush this up. Like I brush this upwards. As you see, we're taking it straight on up. And you can just leave it like this. Just put your setting powder on and head on about your day. That's typically what I do if I'm going to class or anything like that. But today I am shooting some content. I am going to go take some photos today. I haven't taken photos in a minute, honestly. Like real photos. I haven't been in like a week or maybe 2 weeks, and I want to take some pics today. So I'm going to brighten this concealer up just a little bit more under my under eyes, and I'm going to show you all how I do so. But this is pretty much like this is how I will get my concealer and everything to look. I would take that extra and take it down here. All the extra concealer and everything goes right on down here. So now that we're doing that, this is how I would do it if I was just going to school. I'll put my little powder on, contour, and keep it pushing. But because we're going to do some content, I'm going to take this really light shade. This is this is called Porcelain. Also by the same brand, the Ruby Kisses. And I'm going to put this like directly under my eye. And I'm going to leave this here for a little bit. And while that is sitting there, we're going to put some blush on. So I used to really like this NYX one. I'm not going to say that I don't like it anymore, but I'm going to use a more berry shade today, because lately when I've been putting my NYX one on, and this one is in the shade Baby Doll, I think this is really good for my winter time because it doesn't really pick up on my skin as well right now. So this is a good option. They also have other shades as well, but I have this e.l.f. one. This is their putty primer. I don't even have the shade on here anymore, but it's like a dark pink. You could also probably use your fingers, but I ain't trying to have all this on my hands. So I'm just going to take this little flat brush and apply this right here on the like tippity top of my cheekbones, because I want to use this to like lift my face up a little bit. I'm trying to like blend it out a little bit, just a little flat blend so it's not like on top of each other. And yeah, I'm gonna put this like right here. I like for my face to go phew. Some people do like other stuff, but I like it to go phew, like snatch, like somebody put a tight ponytail on my head. Next, I have this damp beauty sponge. This is from e.l.f. I already damped it. So I'm gonna first take the blush. I use the outside part of it and just pack this in. I don't want it to dry down to where I can't even move it. So we're gonna do this first. And you also wanna focus the concealer exactly where it's at. And I'm gonna make sure I drag that up as well. And then after I take this brush and do that, I'm gonna take this brush that I did the foundation with, and you could use this only if you need to. Right now, I don't necessarily think that I need to. But let's say if I did this and it dried down too much, I'll take this to kind of touch up the fine lines. Or even if you put too much of the product on and you're like, whoa, this is looking too light, you could go back in with this and kind of like make it look a little more natural. But it's actually coming out really, really pretty. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I'll do my makeup and it's like, you know, you're missing a step, or it's just, makeup is very like play with it. Some days you get a really, really good day. Some days you get an all right day. Never like, oh, I just can't look crazy. But some days just look better than others. That's just with anything. And as you see, it's just the subtle, like that lighter concealer. You can definitely tell that this is brighter than down here, or this is brighter than my forehead, but it's not like doing too much. So I'm gonna take the brush and kind of go over my nose a little bit more, and this little top edge part right here, and we're looking pretty good. So now it's time for setting and like baking and doing whatever we do. I'm going to use my Laura Mercier. I have it upside down because I shake my setting powder down into the top. This is the Laura Mercier setting powder in translucent honey. I've also this is some other alternatives. Just for the people, you know, who might not get the Laura Mercier. Trust me, girl. You see, I got a small one. I got the Wedding Wild. This is the Photo Focus in the shade. What shade do I get this in? This is Banana. Then Black Radiance also has a setting powder. This is in the shade Banana. I like to do a more yellowish type of setting powder. And then the Aerospun, I was not liking the Aerospun at first, but lately I have actually been liking it. And this is the Naturally Neutral. So those are some other ones. I do not like the Maybelline Fit Me I do not like this Maybelline setting powder. I have it, I'll use it just because, but I do not like it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I have to play around, but if you use this product and you like it, please let me know like what you do, because I've had the Aerospun for a minute and it took me a while to kind of like it. I had to like kind of figure it out a little bit. This one, I just don't like it. It makes my makeup, like, it feels like it's ripping my makeup off my face. Like when I put it on, it like separates everything. I hate it. The Laura Mercier one is actually pretty good. It's really buttery, really smooth. So yeah, I put it in this top. I'm gonna put it on this this little sponge, and I like to get like a flat amount. Oh, I feel like that was a lot. I like to put less than that, so I'm going to try to spread this out as nice as possible. All right, y'all, let me focus, because this can like really mess me up. And I also feel like my sponge is really wet. And don't necessarily stress out too much about the powder, because I go through with my foundation brush again and like fix everything up. So I feel like my sponge is really wet. Let me try to take some of this water off. Y'all, that was about to go so downhill so quick. This sponge was super wet, so it was kind of like I was putting wet powder on my face, and it did start kind of even messing up down here. But what I like to do, if your powder start like acting crazy, I took this brush. I believe I got this from Amazon. I believe it should be in my storefront, linked in my description box. It should be in my storefront. It's like a makeup brush set, and it'll come in this little thing. I actually really like those brushes, but this brush, I just used this and kind of like went over the powder and kind of toned it down, blended everything out, and it's looking pretty good. I'm going to take my contour. I used to be the Black Radiance palette. I'm actually running out, so I need to get another one of these because I didn't daggone hit the pan. Not daggone, I didn't hit the pan. And I'm gonna use a brush that's like, let me find my contour brush. So for my contour brush, I use like a little circular brush like this. Y'all see I didn't hit the pan, so I just kind of mix these two, use whatever excess daggone powders on here. And I start off with the top of my forehead. I just dab that down into the edges. And I do like the number 3. So I start with the forehead, and then I do my little cheekbone, and then I'll take it down here. So as you see, it's like 1, 3. So that is my contour technique up underneath here, and then the forehead. So I decided I'm not going to use this translucent powder from there. I'm going to go in with the Aerospun, and I'm going to do a very light amount, very, very light, because this is a good setting powder, but it can do a lot. So I'm just going to take that right up underneath where I just did that contour and kind of chisel that out, bring that structure. This side is up a little higher, so we're just going to bring this one up. So that's what we got going on with that. Just what we got going on with that. And I'm not going to leave this in on my face for too long, just enough because like I said, that powder can really be a hit or a miss. Hit or a miss, babes. And I like to kind of like press it in. That for the everyday. I'm going to take the brush and also get this powder off. Y'all see, sometimes it likes to be stubborn. So like this is literally like stuck right there. I'm going to go back off with my foundation brush and kind of get and fix that up. Like, see, what the hell? You gotta really sometimes beat this makeup up. I'm gonna keep all of this in the video just so you all can see how I fix this. But child, this is what they don't want to tell you, that they have to do this and they just jump cut on YouTube. So I'm gonna take my foundation brush. Let me first try to get as much of it as I can with these brushes. I'm going back over with my contour brush. Like this one could probably be fixed up a little bit with the contour brush. This side is like, it's stuck on there like glue. But I'm gonna take this foundation brush and just kind of pat that over top of it. And as you see, it's kind of gone away. It's all gone pretty much now. And it just tones it down. You sometimes really gotta beat your face, literally, like, So I'm just trying to fix this up a little bit. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So now I'm gonna set my face, and I'm gonna use this Morphe setting spray. I'm still figuring out if I really like this or not, but this is the mattifying one. I've used the black one before, but the lady told me the mattifying one was really good for transfer. So child, I don't know, but the smell of it is kind of like a cucumber-y type of smell, so I'm kind of messing with it. So I'm gonna just spray this over my face. Refreshing. So right now we're gonna put this in a time lapse. I'm gonna put my lashes and everything on. Same lash routine as always, but I'm gonna be using the Ruby Kiss eyeliner, and then this is the Nakia K eyeliner for the bottom. I'm gonna do black with the bottom. Then for mascara, two mascaras that I've been using is the Maybelline Lash Sensational one. This is really good. And then I've also been using the Maybelline Falsies. This one's also really good. So I'm gonna be using these two for my mascara. And then we're just gonna put some lashes on. The lashes that I'm gonna be using are from Amazon. They're on my storefront. I like to buy lashes in bulk. Just because it's cheaper that way. Like I could get all of these lashes for like $7 versus when you go to the beauty supply store, they be trying to sell you like one pair of lashes for like $18. Like, go to hell. I'm not doing that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my lashes. Let's put this on time lapse. So yeah. Y'all, I had the Beyonce plan. I was about to do this whole face. So I did the lashes, and as you saw, I kind of touched on my brows a little bit. It wasn't even that much, but anywho, the lashes are on. Now it's time for us to do our lips. I went in with my same eyebrow pencil, and this is my lip liner, and it's like that dark brown. Love it. Love you. Next, we're gonna go in with my NYX shade in Cairo. C-A-I-R-R-O. Matte lippy. I started using this shade for a long time. I've been using the same lip combo for a long time. I stole this out of my mother purse one time, and then now, you know, I re-up on my own, but this color right here, this is my favorite. But a nice dupe for it. As you see, the beauty supply stores, they also be having like colors that are daggone near the same shade. So this one is an alternative. This is the Absolute New York Velvet Lippy, and this is in the shade Toasted. I think these are about like $6, $7, $8. This was probably like $2-3. So I don't really have too much left in here, so I'm just gonna go ahead with the Absolute New York one and put that on. As you see, it's like a really light pale nude, and you could wear it matte like this. Like if I was going to school and I knew I was going to be wearing my mask all day, I'll probably just put the matte version on, but I like to top it off with a gloss. But I do like for this to set down first before I put my gloss on. I'm gonna go ahead, and my makeup is pretty much all done for the most part. I want to put on some like blush, so we're gonna do that. Y'all know for blush, or if you don't know, I'm not gonna assume that you know, but if you don't know, now you know. So I like to use eyeshadow for my blush. I don't have an idea on where my other eyeshadow palettes are, but I'm just gonna go on with my Juvia's Place. This is their Zulu palette. Looks like this. And I'm gonna take this little pink shade at the bottom. Y'all see, look like I use it all the time. I really don't even use the colorful eyeshadows like that no more, for real. But I'm gonna take this pink and this little brush and focus that like right up here where I put that cream blush. And the only reason I'm trying not to do too much with this is because this is not the blush brush that I typically use, and this is a lot bigger than I usually use. So that's pretty much it for that. All right, y'all. Looking good, looking good. So for the lip gloss, I like to use, this one. It's only sold at Ulta, I believe, but it's this Extreme Plumping lip gloss. Is by Essence, and it's in the shade Flower Blossom. This is my favorite gloss. I'm gonna put this on after this dries down a little bit. I'm about to get dressed, do my hair and everything, put my earrings on. Child, I'm missing earrings. I just woke up. I'm missing this earring, I'm missing this earring. So we need to put our earrings, put our outfit, put everything on. Then we're gonna be all done. So I'm gonna come back with the finished look. Y'all, I even did my hair for y'all today. So I was like, child, we giving the girls content. We giving the girls what they wanna see. And also, I never mentioned what eyelash glue I use. I just go in a beauty supply store. This is the I Envy by Kiss Lashes. I like to use this. And I like to use the black one. The white ones or the clear ones, they come out white. I don't have time for the BS. Give me the black. I'm gonna put it on top of my eyeliner and keep it pushing. Period. And also, I put my lash glue on top of my eyeliner, and then I stick the lashes on. I don't put the lash glue on the lashes anymore. It's hard. It's harder that way. I just like to put it on the actual eyelid. And also, this is my makeup kit, y'all. This is mine. I got this from Walmart, by the way. So see how I went and got all pretty for y'all. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and in the comment section, leave me any questions, anything you want me to talk about, any video suggestions. If you like this kind of video, I can do more. Child, just let me know. I kind of want to do a life update, chit chat, get ready with me. So let me know. Like I said, leave some topics, leave some questions. Make sure you follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram so you can stay updated on everything. I'm about to go take some pics. So I will see you all in the next upload. Love you. Bye, guys.